I'm vlogging. It's boring. I'm clean. That's you, Mommy.
In the day, did you throw up? Oh my God. What is happening? Are you okay?
I just threw up.
Oh my God.
What the hell?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Why did that just
threw up?
Why did that
I
happen?
just threw up.
That was wild.
I've never experienced that before. And I love that you immediately knew what happened.
There was nothing else it could have been. What do you mean?
I was actually halfway through the burp, proud of the burp.
Rachel, the burp was over actually.
Welcome to Tortilla Talk Tuesday. Today is a fabulous day because it's the day before Christmas Eve for me. The day this comes out, it will be Christmas Eve. But it's Christmas Eve for me, which means it's chaos, hectic, stress day for me. I will be frantically running around trying to get all my ducks in a row before the holidays. So it's going to be a little bit chaotic. I don't know what I'm going to end up filming today, but let's get started today, shall we? Okay, I'm home from running some errands, and you guys, I'm not able to get everything done that I need to get done today. It's already 4 o'clock and I have like 27 more hours of things I need to do and not enough time in the day to do them all. But I wanted to show you the Christmas present that I'm working on for my nephew Parker. So my nephew Parker's a big Swiftie. He's obsessed with Taylor Swift, just like me. And when he was living with me for a minute, because there's a fire like right by his house, and so his family came and lived with me for a little bit, if you guys remember, a few weeks ago. And so when he was living here, he loved going through all my sparkly like clothes and shoes and everything and trying to find outfits that look like Taylor Swift. So I had an idea for his Christmas gift. I was like, I'm going to get him an outfit that is just like Taylor Swift, so he doesn't have to try to makeshift one out of my old show clothes. So I bought him the Reputation snake outfit thing, but it wasn't sparkly, which hello, that's like the whole point of any Taylor Swift costume is that's covered in rhinestones. So I've been rhinestoning this thing for like over a week, but I'll show you the progress. I'm not even done still, and I don't have time to finish it. I don't know when I'm going to, but I'm gonna show you what I've done so far. All right, so this is what we've got going so far. I have put every single one of these rhinestones on individually. As you can see, I have my rhinestones everywhere. I'm running out though. I'm a little nervous about that because I've done the whole front and I'm still working on the back. The back, I've done a lot of it, but you can see it stops like here, and they printed on like sparkles. No. So I've been covering all these printed sparkles that they printed on with actual rhinestones, and then I'm putting rhinestones all through the snakes, obviously, and then these little strips I'm putting rhinestones on. So this is taking obviously forever, but I'm almost done. I've done the whole back except for like the butt and the legs, and the whole front is done. So I'm very close to being done, but I'm really excited about this. I think he's really gonna love it a lot. I don't believe that Parker watches my videos, so I think it was safe to show that. I'm also making my nephew Jacob's Christmas present, but I'm not sure if he watches this or not. But I'm making those two presents, and whenever I make a gift, it just takes eons longer than it should because I'm very specific with what I'm doing and I want it to be perfect, and so it always takes longer than I think. I think everything's gonna take 5 minutes. Newsflash, it never takes 5 minutes when it's with me. But I have a lot of gift wrapping to do and stuff to do, so I'm gonna go do all that, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Excuse me for looking a mess. I was just crying in the club. I was reading letters from you guys because I hadn't gone through P.O. Box stuff in a really long time. You guys are so freaking sweet. Every time I go through stuff from the P.O. Box, I end up weeping because your letters are so sweet. So yeah, I was just reading this one from Allie. I don't know, it was making me just weep. She sent so many sweet gifts. She sent me this book that says, "My Mom is Magical," and it says, "That's you, Mommy." It made me cry. I'm a mess. But then also I got this box. I was like opening it up and I was like, what is this? Y'all, this is a box full of rocks. And by the way, when I ever talk about my P.O. box, which is rare, I always hesitate to do so because I certainly don't ever want to encourage anyone to send me anything ever. I don't want anything. I don't need anything. I would way rather you spend your time and your money on yourself, on your family, on your loved ones, on other people. I have everything that I need. I just can't stress enough, like, don't send me anything. I'm so grateful for the things that have been sent to me, but please, I don't need anything. And truly the best gift anyone could give me is just watching my videos and supporting me in any capacity. And as much as I appreciate these rocks, I don't want to receive like tons and tons of boxes of rocks, but I'm very, very excited about this box of rocks. Anyway, this says, please be super careful, wear gloves. Obsidian, which I love. Is glass, and hopefully it handles shipping well. Oh my God, no, oh my God. Look at
this. It's literally a box full of like obsidian. Oh my God. Oh, this is so pretty. Mahogany obsidian. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is mahogany obsidian. It's like this black and, oh my God. You guys, so this, it's literally glass. It's super sharp. It's what like arrowheads are made out of. When you tumble obsidian, a lot of times it's like translucent. You can see through it. It's literally like glass. Oh my God. So I have another box of rocks. That's, oh my God. I just saw a rock. That's so beautiful. Oh my God. This is agate. Usually for me, tumbling rocks is a therapeutic thing, and it's about the whole entire process of like going to the beach, finding the rocks myself. That's the most like meditative, exciting part overall for me. And then enjoying the process of like cleaning it, looking at it, deciding which ones I'm going to tumble, and then tumbling them for months and months and making sure they're super polished and then displaying them in a certain way. Like it's a whole long months and months process of meditation and happiness for me. So the idea of receiving rocks that someone else like bought or found themselves to tumble, like it's not like my go-to. It's not something I typically desire to do. However, I'm totally gonna tumble some of these because they are gorgeous. So thank you, Ashley, for that. And thank you to anyone who's ever sent me anything. Lots of really cute, sweet gifts and things, a cute little oppitus. The whole reason I wanted to talk about this at all was to say that I got a letter from Ashley with some money in it. And it said, "Happy birthday, assuming you'll do your birthday fundraiser for childhood cancer again this year. Please donate this for me. Thank you. With much love." Ashley, I am doing it. I will donate the money that you sent me. I know I always do it on my birthday or like in December at some point around my birthday, and this year has been a struggle. And it's not because I'm not doing it. I have made a promise to so many people that I will always do that fundraiser for kids fighting cancer every year for my birthday, and I will keep that promise forever. Even if it's not publicly online, I will donate privately in some way and tell family and friends, but I will always be raising money for kids fighting cancer. And my plan right now is to do it in January. I will tell you guys as soon as I have more information. I've seen comments about it being like, hey, when is this happening? Because I've never done it this late in the year before, but this year has been a particularly challenging one to get myself together to do it. I just have not had the mental or emotional capacity to do it yet, but I'm going to. Those kids need our help, and we just had huge budget cuts for childhood cancer in our country, which is so stupid because those kids so desperately need that money. So yes, I am gonna do it. It won't be on the same scale as it's been in the past, but I am gonna raise money, and sorry I haven't kept you guys updated yet. It's happening, just not this month. Yeah, okay. Back to Christmas things. I am currently trying to reconstruct a backpack for Maisie because the only thing Maisie wants for Christmas that she talks about all the time is a sparkly kitty cat backpack. It's what she wrote to Santa Claus about. Now, I wanted a little toddler-sized one. The only one I could find was this huge one, but it is sparkly, and you would think, hey, that's a kitty cat. But it actually was not as advertised because what I bought online looked like a freaking cat, and what I received looked like a bunny. I had to cut the ears off, re-sew them, reshape them, and now I'm putting them back on backpack. So this is what it looked like when I bought it. It looked like a cute little kid sparkly cat backpack, right? But this is what came. This is someone's picture on the reviews. This is not my photo, but it looks like a freaking bunny. Like those do not look like cat ears in the slightest. And mine looked even more prominent than that. So I cut the ears off. They were like that tall, and I trimmed them down and then re-sewed them. And now I'm straight up gluing it to this because I don't know that I'll be able to get a needle through all this crazy fabric. It's thick, like sequin fabric. I'm literally just putting on hot glue and hoping for the best. If I knew I was gonna have to make the cat backpack myself, I would have just bought the materials and made it exactly how I wanted it, as opposed to buying one and then taking it apart and putting it back together. This is not how I wanted to spend my day. But if it was just like something Maisie kind of wanted, I wouldn't care so much. I'd just be like, oh, you got a bunny backpack instead. But this is like the only thing she wants. Like, it has to be correct. Okay, that's more cat-like, sort of. Is it a bear? I don't know. I don't know how to make it look more like a cat, but hopefully she understands that that's supposed to be a cat. It is what it is. Okay, guys, I have so much to do tonight with wrapping presents and getting ready. It is chaos, so I'm gonna call it a day. I don't know when I'm going to post a video again, just because I'm gonna just really enjoy Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and not worry about editing at all. So it might be a minute before you see me again. But I do wanna answer a few of your Tortilla Talk questions before I go. So So let's get to it before I say goodnight. Samantha Baxter said, how was your brain mapping? Was it easier for you this time around with having the expectation of how it goes? So I told you guys I was gonna go do my brain map again and see what's going on up in my noggin. First time I did it, we found out that I have no sense of calm. My brain doesn't know how to be calm. A lot of panic and anxiety, depression, all the fun things. And so we were working on mostly trying to get rid of the panic. So as far as the actual looking at my brain parts, it seemed as though the panic has gone down, which is good. And I can sense that, I can feel that. I feel panic attacks coming on. And I've had a couple, but like I also feel like I move away from them quicker than I used to. So that was the day where I ended up going to the hospital. Like that morning was the morning that I had that brain map. And there's a first part of the brain map where you do this big like brain quiz thing, and I bombed it. Like I failed it so hard. And the first time I took it, I did really well. And she like talked about how exceptional I did and like how I answered so many questions right and was like, did a great job. I'm just so freaking smart. But she did like comment on how well I did the first time around and how she was impressed with my score. I did so terribly on that part of the test this time around that she was like, you should redo that. I looked at the score and was like, what happened? Why was this so horrible? And it was very bad. Like I knew I was getting them all wrong. In the moment, I was like, oh my God, I keep answering these wrong. It was like on accident. And it was because my body and my brain were just not connected that day. Tests that you take with that thing is like a speed test with your brain to see how quick your brain can react to things. And if you remember that day, I felt like sluggish and I felt like my whole body couldn't move and like I just failed it. So I mean, you can't really fail that test. It's just like to see how fast your brain responds to things. I am going to retake the first portion of that test and I'll let you know how it goes. Chaz said, do you ever have panic attacks about having panic attacks? That's the worst. Okay, literally, yes. I feel like a lot of times people have anxiety about having anxiety, or like you have panic attacks about having panic attacks. So I will feel a panic attack starting to come on. And once I recognize that that's what my body's starting to do, it makes me panic. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm having a panic attack. You're having a panic attack. Oh no, don't have a panic attack. Stop, no, don't have a panic attack. And then that forces the panic attack. It's so stupid. But I feel like that's the part that has gotten better since I started doing neurotherapy. Because now I feel like I feel panic attacks come on and I'll go like, oh, I think I'm starting to have a panic attack. And then I'll be able to move away from it and I'll start thinking about something else. Crazy. So that's the part actually that I feel like neurotherapy has been helping me with. Here's a rock question, which you know I love a rock question. Peta Smith said, I'm finally getting back into rocks since I used to polish them with my grandfather and his lapidary setup. Do you find you are getting better grind polishing using ceramic media or plastic pellets? I ask because the gym shop supply near me only sells plastic media instead of ceramic. I've never worked with the plastic media. I've only ever used the ceramic media. What this person's talking about is whenever you see me tumbling rocks and you see those little tiny little white balls and like little white stick looking things, that's the media, and that's to get the grit in the nooks and crannies of a rock. I think the plastic is harder to wash. At least that's what I've always read online, and from other rock tumbler people, they say that the plastic ones are a little bit harder. I've had no issue with the ceramic media. I really like using ceramic media, but I don't have experience with the plastic. So I can't really give you a good unbiased opinion because I'm a little biased towards ceramic because it's all I've ever used. But I will say I've never gotten a good polish on rocks unless I use the polish from the Rock Shed. That's a website. It's a random website called like the Rock Shed, and they sell rock stuff. I don't know them. They don't know me. This is not sponsored, obviously. This is just me talking about a product I really like. That is the polish to get if you want a really good shine on your rocks. They have my favorite grit and my favorite polish. Okay, back to the neurotherapy. Sorry, I didn't mean to answer so many questions about this, but J&G Horses said, Colleen, can you ask your neurotherapist about your dreams, how they're really vivid and feel real, and you forget throughout the day if it actually happened or not? I have this too, and it genuinely interferes with my life. I've never had a doctor take it seriously when I ask, but I really want to know why it happens if they have any insight. Okay, it's so weird you asked about this because I did talk to my neurotherapist about this issue. When I had my initial meeting with them, I talked to them about my dreams and how vivid they are and how I was starting to have a hard time noticing what was dream and what was reality, and it was really scaring me and freaking me out. And sometimes my dreams were so vivid and so terrible and felt so real that it would ruin my whole day. Like I'd be like depressed all day because of something that happened in a dream that wasn't even real. So when we did this most recent brain map a few days ago, I was telling her how I was doing. And I was like, I think I'm better, but it's been a really, really rough few weeks. So it's hard to know if it's working or not because I've been going through so much stuff. And she was like, well, how are your dreams? And I was like, oh, they're gone. Like I have not had those crazy nightmares since this started, since I started doing neurotherapy. I have had bad dreams and I have had dreams because I remember waking up from dreams and going, oh, that was a weird dream, or that was not a great dream or whatever. But like, I don't remember them past that. And I don't they don't like affect me deeply throughout the day. So I don't know if it's because of the neurotherapy, but that crazy dream stuff stopped when I started doing neurotherapy. So that's kind of weird. Exit Light said, Colleen, I remember you and Eric crying from exhaustion when the twins were born. Now look at you and them. You've come a long way, kid. This comment made me laugh because life is much different now. The twins are 3, but like Eric and I still cry about how hard it is. Like we still constantly are like, this is so hard. And we're also so lucky. Like we have help and we have family and like we have it like easy compared to most people, I would say. And that's not a brag. That's just recognizing like my privilege and my lucky, blessed life that I have, that I even have help in the situation that I'm in. But oh my God, it's so hard. And it's just a different kind of hard. But thank you for saying that. Acting Full 75 said, Tortilla Talk question. Hey Colleen, it is Carlos, your baker from Charleston, South Carolina. Hello, I miss you. Are you so good? I love you. He said, I love Your Perfect Not Change. It's on my bucket list of shows to do. It's on mine too. Of course, we have the same bucket list. You still have a bucket list? If so, what are your top 3 bucket list shows and why? Into the Woods is still, and You Should Still Be My Baker. So Carlos is someone I have met and has come to shows and whatnot. And I remember how it came up. I must have been talking about how I wanted to play Baker's wife in Into the Woods and like was like, we should do it together. Like you should be the baker and I'd be Baker's wife. Like we talked about it and it was just a sweet, genuine moment. And Carlos is just the sweetest. And it made me smile so big to see your comment. Like anytime I see comments or get letters from people that like I have these little memories with, these like special little core memories of wonderful moments in those meet and greets. Oh, why am I crying you? Sorry. Oh, I just miss it so much. I miss those meet and greets so much. It's so lovely to put faces to the comments, you know? Because text on a screen is text on a screen, but seeing someone's face and seeing a real human being say that like they appreciate what I do or can make them laugh or, yeah, I don't know. I just can't explain the happiness I have felt in those meet and greets. Some of my fondest memories in my whole life are at those meet and greets. So whenever I see a comment and someone reminds me of like where I know them from, like it makes me so happy. So I did not mean to cry. I did not think that would make me cry, but I really do miss performing in those meet and greets. So thank you, Carlos, for your comment. And hopefully we will be Into the Woods together soon someday. 75 Maidwin said, do you plan on taking the twins to Disney now that they are 3 like you did with Flynn when he was 3? No, but it's funny you asked this because I literally was thinking about this yesterday. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I haven't taken the twins to Disneyland. Actually, I can believe it. I think a trip to Disneyland right now with 2 3-year-olds and a 6-year-old would be miserable. And I'm only saying that because it's hard to go to the grocery store. Like it's hard to go to a park with all 3 of them. And I'm not complaining because I love doing stuff with my kids. It's the most wonderful, beautiful thing ever to see the world through their eyes. It causes a lot of anxiety and stress for me when we're out and about because I have to keep my eyes on 3 kids running different ways with big personalities and lots to say. And I think Wesley and Flynn would really love Disneyland going together. I think Maisie wouldn't like it yet. I think it would be too much for her. And I think maybe in a year or so, Maisie would really love it. There is something in my eyes driving me crazy. I don't know what is in my eyeball, but it needs to go and I need to go. So I'm gonna go. But I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas Eve and Christmas if you celebrate. I will be filming my wonderful Christmas Eve and Christmas Day extravaganza fun times, but you might not see it for a hot minute. We'll see how fast I can edit it. But love you guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you very soon. Happy holidays.